The Canadian Space Agency is searching for the next generation of astronauts from this country to boldly go where no Canadian has gone before, so to speak. They're accepting applications this summer from the public. They're going to be hiring two of the most qualified candidates next summer. For more, let's go to Montreal. Hugues Gilbert is my guest, Director of the Astronauts, Life Sciences and Space Medicine at the Canadian Space Agency. Good to talk to you this morning.
Good morning, Todd.
What kind of people are you looking for?
Well, we look for people that have an education, that have a degree, a university degree in engineering, science, nursing. We look for people that are in extremely good health and are physically and mentally fit to be an astronaut.
I got to imagine that aside, you're also looking for people who, have the mental fortitude, Hugues, to do this.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to run the test on the candidates to test their physical, their mental, their resistant to stress, all of that.
What about the decision-making process that goes into this? Because that itself has got to be extremely complicated. You might have someone who's very good at, let's say, astrophysics, but they don't quite match the physical requirements, or vice versa.
Yes. Yeah. So we will accept applications until mid-August, so August 15, and then we're going to go through a fairly rigorous process to filter those applications until we reach like about 100, and then the really serious test will start. And we will be looking at their education. We will be looking at their mental skills, eye-hand coordination, resistance to stress. There's a full set of tests that we're going to get these people through.
Hugues, what is the timeline as well? Let's say somebody gets chosen, their application is picked. From that time until they actually might find themselves in space?
Yeah, so we intend to appoint the new astronauts in the summer of next year, and then they will move to Houston to train with their fellow recruit starting in mid-August of 2017 for what we call basic training. So it takes about 2 years of basic training, and then they become qualified for space flight. Once they have reached that point, they wait until they get a flight assigned to them, and then they go into flight-specific training. If you look at our current astronaut, David Saint-Jacques now has been identified as the next Canadian who will fly to the International Space Station. He starts his training in this fall, and he will fly at the end of 2018. So it's more than 2 years that he will be in flight-specific training. So it's a long process. You have to be patient, but it's a fascinating job. Once they're appointed, they train, obviously. They do a fair amount of outreach. We bring them back to Canada regularly to talk to kids in school. We do this more and more through the internet. So really to attract kids towards science and technology and hopefully pursue careers in engineering and science.
Absolutely. There's probably a lot of kids watching us right now who are dreaming of being an astronaut, and of course the Canadian Space Agency can help them make that dream come true. Thank you so much for getting into our studios in Montreal today. Great to have you.
You're so welcome. Spread the news. It's important.
We absolutely will. Hugues Gilbert joining us from Montreal with the Canadian Space Agency.